My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is, what is today? February 17, 2024. It is 8:08 a.m. This is like video number 3. I've been recording and I need to keep up with my editing. And one of the things I realized, I didn't have anything scheduled for you today. I don't know what happened. I thought I had more videos scheduled for you guys. I just realized there's none here. So the one that I had, I just made it public. That's this one. I'm sorry about that. I was in the middle of recording. That's why I didn't realize that. So this is what I have for you guys. Let me show you. I just did these. Some of them will be on our port of pure service. And I believe this is what I'll be recording now, UK Media. So I don't want that to be with the Invictus stuff. And I think these are supposed to be on our port of pure service. So we'll see. All right. And I have more. There's a thread that I just did. And I record this already. But apparently she has port 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 6. So I only came across port 5. So I need to share some of these with you guys. Let's get started. There's gonna be a lot of videos. These are UK Media stuff, and the first one that I'm gonna go over, I just received it. You see, I put new here. I just received it, so I decided to put it on top. I'm curious to hear what is being said. All right, so let's go on Twitter. So this is it here. This part we've heard it already. It's this part I have not heard. It's 7 minutes and 21 seconds. Okay, so let's get started. Prince William is dysfunctional because he has no friends. He has the tabloid on speed dial to report everything about Prince Harry and Meghan. Wasted life. Okay, so let's listen to this.
Well, we do
telephone.
We do know, Jerry.
Well, no, we know because
No, we
some
do know.
reporter has mentioned
We do
it.
know that they did speak on his birthday, and Wills's people immediately
that's-
leaked that phone call to the
That's
press.
what the palace is saying. This is
Well, no,
about.
it's not
This
what
is
the
a.
palace is
This
saying.
is a brother to brother psycho.
Okay, we talked about this already. This one, why can I hear it? Let's go.
You know, any kind of
Hear it. Let's go.
you know, any kind of diagnosis like that makes people think of their mortality. But I think it's unfair to say that Harry's the one that does the leaking. I mean, it's already been confirmed by Cara Malone on this show, and also the fact that Camilla's pal wrote in the newspaper that Harry didn't want her in the room when he spoke to his father, and she shouldn't have been in the room. He was speaking to his dad. I think it's unfair to put all the blame on Harry and Meghan. They've just said their side of the story. No different than when Charles wrote a book, Diana wrote a book, Edward.
Good. At least the people are speaking up. Finally, people see things for what it is. They have some very few, but very rarely they air those.
Tried.
But it
Then
does-
you also had.
But it does feel a little bit, Fiona, like every time he sees his family, he's doing an interview almost the next day. And you can understand that if you're dealing with really private issues. I mean, he, as far as I'm aware, he hasn't said anything about the diagnosis and any details like that, thank goodness. But there are some things that you just keep to yourself. And if he does feel like things are being misplaced in the media, maybe he needs a team to put those right in the same way that the royal family are doing it, so it doesn't.
Wait a second. What the hell is she talking about? This is the thing here. Those questions, I shared that interview on my previous recording. I think I did. The GMA interview. The thing is, it wasn't the next day. It's been a week since Harry left the UK. The questions were not pre-written for him to see what was gonna be asked. They asked him on the spot. He answered what he could, and majority of them he said no, he's not gonna respond. He didn't say it like that, but there's some he kept it private. So what is this woman talking about? But anyway, let's continue.
perhaps look quite as obvious that Harry is having a say.
Do you think that's actually the way it's working? I would say it's more being the way it's getting controlled by the media, because when you go onto X, the majority of the people on there, and when they're interviewed at all, when young people are interviewed in the streets, they prefer Harry and Meghan over William and Kate and a lot of the other royals. And I think it's the way the media are portraying them, because they're giving us the narrative that they want us to believe. I don't think he gives an interview all the time moaning and gardening and all those kind of things. I honestly don't.
Thank you. Finally. Good. This is why I like to listen to the thing the first time while I'm recording. She's right. It's these people who's creating the narrative every single day. Some nonsense always come out of the UK. This is why we were on mute during Harry and the Invictus 1 year thing in Canada. Good. I'm glad she made this clear.
They release old pictures of them. They release old interviews of them. It's just been a controlled narrative.
That was a brand new interview since he met his father.
Oh no, I know.
Of course she knows that. It's because this is what I stopped before, and I said Harry left the UK like a week ago, but she said the next day that the woman was wearing the yellow shirt, whatever she's wearing, yellow. Okay, she said the next day, as if Harry, right after Harry saw his father, Harry gave an interview. That's what she phrased her. Let me rewind it. Let me see. Maybe it's in my head. Like maybe around here, maybe.
Wrote a book.
Yeah.
Edward tried. But it does. And you also had.
But it does feel a little bit, Fiona, like every time he sees his family, he's doing an interview almost the next day, and you can understand that if you're dealing with.
There it is. This is the thing. She make it seem like the interview that happened yesterday is right after Harry saw the father. So it's on you, woman, whatever her name is. Wow. And the woman responded perfectly. It's the narrative you guys are creating every day. And then you're like, but he did this interview yesterday. Of course she knew. But this, what you just said here, you try to frame it as if Harry did it the following day. He saw his father.
On Harry and Meghan. They've just said their side of the story. No different than when Charles wrote a book, Diana wrote a book, Edward tried, and you also had.
But it does feel a little bit, Fiona, like every time he sees his family, he's doing an interview almost the next day. And you can understand that if you're dealing with really private issues. I mean, he, as far as I'm aware, he hasn't said anything about the diagnosis and any details like that, well, thank goodness. But there are some things that you just keep to yourself, and if he does feel like things are being misplaced in the media, maybe he...
But then Charles already came out and said who it was, or the tabloid in the UK said, it was cancer. So it's not for Harry to say it. The tabloid already said it. So what the hell is she talking about? But let's continue.
Needs a team to put those right in the same way that the royal family are doing it, so it doesn't perhaps look quite as obvious that Harry is having a say.
Do you think that's actually the way it's working? I would say it's more being the way it's getting controlled by the media, because when you go onto X, the majority of the people on there, and when they're interviewed at all, when young people are interviewed in the streets, they prefer Harry and Meghan over William and Kate and a lot of the other royals. And I think it's the way the media are portraying them, because they're giving us the narrative that they want us to believe. I don't think he gives an interview all the time moaning and gardening and all those kind of things. I honestly don't. They release old pictures of them. They release old interviews of them. It's just been a controlled narrative.
That was a brand new interview since he met his father.
Oh, no.
Okay, so why did you say what you said before? Okay? Why did you say what you said before? As if it was the next day after Harry met his father, when it's been a week. And then this particular interview is to promote the Invictus. Okay? But the interviewer decided to ask Harry that question, and Harry said what he had to say. Jesus Christ. But let's continue.
I know about this one. Sorry, I'm aware of that one. But they asked him about his dad. What's he meant to say? No, sorry, I'm not doing that. And then he'd be slagged for that too.
Thank you. Oh my God, she's spot on. She's spot on. I like her.
Nearly 4 years ago, the Duke and Duchess's every move has made headlines. And just last week, an unexpected diagnosis for Harry's father, King Charles.
How did you get the news that the king was ill?
I spoke to him.
And what did you do next? I jumped on a plane and went to go and see him as soon as I could.
How was that visit for you emotionally?
Look, I love my family. The fact that I was able to get on a plane and go and see him and spend any time with him, I'm grateful for that.
What's sort of your outlook on his health?
That stays between me and him.
Your outlook on his health?
That stays between me and him. That stays between me and him.
An illness in the family can have a galvanizing or sort of reunifying effect for a family.
Absolutely.
Is that possible in this case?
Yeah, I'm sure. Throughout all these families, I see it on a day-to-day basis. The strength of the family unit coming together.
Just physically being in California, how have you processed the fact that there's so much happening back with your family where you come from?
I have my own family,
right?
So as we all do, right? So, my family and my life in California is as it is. My family and my life in California is as it is. I will...
He's making it clear, okay? He has his family is in California. Good. And don't get me wrong, he's asking the right question too, but it's the response that really, Harry is centered. He knows what needs to be said. Alright, so, the tabloid in the UK will still make noise no matter what. But let's continue.
I've got other trips planned that would take me through the UK or back to the UK. So I'll stop in and see my family as much as I can.
That's my next question about your family. How's Harry the dad?
How's what?
How's Harry the dad?
I can't tell you. That's classified.
Okay, it's top secret.
It's top secret.
Really?
No, the kids.
Making lunches.
The kids are doing great. The kids are growing up like all kids do, very very fast. They both got an incredible sense of humour and make us laugh and keep us grounded every single day, like most kids do. So. I'm just very grateful to be a dad.
How are you enjoying your time living in the US?
It's amazing. I love every single day.
Do you feel American?
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Fiona, can I just agree with you and just point something out? So essentially, he came over and saw his dad, 45 minutes.
Aye.
There are other channels in this country that had hours of wall-to-wall coverage, essentially implying that, ooh, what a cuss on Harry. It's his own dad. But his dad only gave him 45 minutes before he went off with Camilla. I mean, maybe that's what Harry's doing with these interviews. He's literally going, that's my dad. He's busy. He's the king of the country. He gave me 45 minutes. I love my dad. We're slightly estranged. I'm back. But these are the channels.
But I don't think it's Harry who's saying this. Are these people framing it? It's Harry who's leaking to the press to say these things? Harry mind his own business. Harry doesn't want to deal with the UK. So where did he get those people to say these things? Who is saying these things? It's you people. The leaks are coming from the whatever royal family part of them. It's not Harry. Oh, Lord.
Social media, everyone's sitting there and literally pointing the finger at him and saying, you only got 45 minutes. There. So,
okay, so it's you guys, not Harry, who's saying that.
So, I'm sorry.
So do you think the royal family should trust Harry now, with every single time they meet up, that Harry's not going to do an interview about it the next day or have any currency on it?
Oh, my God. Are these people really that... I can't believe what I'm hearing here. I swear if Harry sued them about this, that would be huge. Are these people that... Oh my Lord, they're really trying to confuse people.
Do you think that he's trustworthy?
I don't know if the king has got a problem with Harry being trustworthy. Maybe it's a proper split in a family. That happens sometimes. Maybe the king doesn't get on with his daughter-in-law. Maybe it's not Meghan's a complete whatever, it's just a personal situation.
Personal, exactly. Personal and private. And Harry could have responded to the interviewer by saying, thank you so much, it's lovely to see my father, but it's a private matter.
But your outlook on his health?
That stays between me and him.
Have you processed the fact that there's so much happening back with your family where you come from?
I have my own family,
right?
So as we all do, right? So, my family and my life in California is as it is.
He did say. He responded what he needed to say, and he said, that's between me and my dad. He said something like that. What are these people are on? Oh my
seem to
God.
be saying.
There would still have been news on that. Harry Snub's interviewer discussing the clearly underlying rifts.
And
or
also,
problems.
Belinda, you seem to be implying that the split has happened because he gives interviews. It might be about deeper, more personal stuff than that. It might not be about those interviews because, look, they're the royal family, they're superstars. They all...
You know what the sense that I'm getting here? Now that video we saw before this one, where the woman is saying that as soon as Harry finished spoke to his father for his birthday, and then the Williams people leaked it. Now that we caught on that, I picked up on it when I first came across it. The squad picked up on it when it first made public. So now they're trying to revamp, try to erase what was already there. That's what they're trying to do. But you know what? If they don't trust Harry or they trust Harry, it doesn't matter because Harry already said he's not dealing with these people. So where do they get those information? Harry's not talking to these people who's writing those nonsense every day. Did they forget about that?
All give interviews, even if the king and the royal establishment kind of do it behind closed doors. It's still happening.
Fiona, thank you very much for your call. Let's just remind ourselves of what Prince Harry actually said today on his father's cancer diagnosis.
How was that visit for you emotionally?
Look,
On the day of. That was weeks. This was a week later. This woman is really trying to confuse people. Let me rewind it slightly, like maybe right here.
More personal stuff than that. It might not be about those interviews because, look, they're the royal family, they're superstars. They all give interviews, even if the king and the royal establishment kind of do it behind closed doors. It's still happening.
Fiona, thank you very much for your call. Let's just remind ourselves of what Prince Harry actually said today on his father's cancer diagnosis.
On to date.
How was that visit for you emotionally?
Look, I love my family. The fact that I was able to get on a plane and go and see him and spend any time with him, I'm grateful for that.
I've also found in my own life that sort of an illness in the family can have a galvanizing or sort of reunifying effect for a family.
Absolutely.
Is that possible in this case?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, this is the guy, the interviewer, who's bringing those questions. What was Harry supposed to say? Okay, and especially him, William Reeve. He knows about parenting, losing a family, for him, both, and illnesses. He knows about that. So the interviewer is speaking from experience to Harry. And then it's up to Harry to respond in whichever way he wants.
Throughout all these families, I see it on a day-to-day basis. The strength of the family unit coming together. I think any illness, any sickness brings families together.
We've got Janet from Leicester now.
So what did he say that was wrong here? What did Harry say that was wrong or intrusive or anything like that? These people are really crazy over there.
On the phone, Janet, what's your thoughts on this? Do you think the cancer diagnosis could repair the royal rift? As Harry seems optimistic.
Absolutely, I agree with Harry, and it's actually a good thing to hear him say what he's just said, but there is a problem, and the problem is not Harry. I think the problem is the media and the British public. Let me make something very clear to you. In this interview has actually not aired yet, so we do not know the full context of what Harry has said. Even with the little clip you've just shown, Harry did not specify what sort of cancer his dad has. He did not tell us any treatment. He did not tell us his father was suffering. He basically led it like just a simple statement, I love my family. You know, he's happy to come and support his family. Yet, we are still crucifying him. It is absolutely terrible. We need to get our knees off the neck of Harry and Meghan and their children. Let them breathe. We are killing them. It is enough.
Belinda.
Let me give you another example. William.
She's not letting the woman get away. Good. This is what the British people need to do. When the opportunity comes, put these freaking idiots in their place. Good. And this is the distinction Harry was making a while back. The racism is not the British people, it's the media. Good. This is really good. I like that. Let's continue.
A few days after his dad's diagnosis was made public, William attended an event for the air ambulance, which he's a patron of, and he said the same thing. Thank you, everybody, for supporting my family. Nobody crucified him. William didn't say, no, it is a private matter, don't talk to me. He basically said, thank you for your support, and that is exactly what Harry has done.
Janet,
yes, we are trying to kill it.
Janet, I just want you to breathe a minute so Belinda can get a response in, because you've got valid comments there.
Listen, I understand your question. I think the language you use is quite extreme.
What? What language did the woman use that extreme? Telling you the truth?
We've got the foot on the necks of Harry and Meghan at all. Nobody forced them to go on their worldwide privacy tour and pretty much sell everything they could on their royal family.
Telling their truth because you guys refuse to leave them alone, and you create this narrative about them that was not about them at all. That wasn't them at all. So they had to tell their truth so people knows in the future. Okay, it's just setting the record straight. And there you guys are again trying to say something that's not exactly what it is. Oh my Lord.
Netflix, Oprah, the book was Air or whatever it was called that Harry wrote. No one forced them to get more publicity, more exposure.
And then it wasn't Harry and Meghan who said they wanted privacy.
Didn't you have an expectation that you're going to have to lose privacy?
Well, it's two things here.
That's part of the deal.
Two things here. I think everyone has a basic right to privacy. Basic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're not talking about anything that anybody else wouldn't expect. So if you're at work and you have a photograph of your child on your desk and your coworker says, "Oh my gosh, your kid's so cute. That's fantastic. Can I see your phone so I can see all the pictures of your child?" You go, "No, this is the picture I'm comfortable sharing with you." And then if they double down and say, "No, but you already showed me that one, so you have to show me everything." You know what? I'm just going to hire someone to sit in front of your house or hide in the bushes and take pictures into your backyard because you've lost your right to privacy because you shared one image with me.
Mm-hmm.
That's sort of the flawed argument and its operating mechanism that they're confusing people to think. I think life is about being able to share our stories and share parts of our lives that you're comfortable with. There's no one who's on Instagram or social media that would say, because I shared this one picture, that entitles you to have my entire camera roll. Go ahead, look through it. No one would want that. So it's about boundaries and it's about respect. They've created a false narrative. I've never talked about privacy.
Mm-hmm.
They literally told us that. And this is the narrative you guys continue moving forward with. Oh, what's that, Piers Morgan? Oh, if you want privacy, go back to America.
If you want to be private, go back to America and live privately. It's pretty straightforward.
Okay, I have to give him credit for that, for giving the idea for them to leave. So they left. Harry and Meghan literally told you in the Oprah interview, they never say anything about privacy.
So it's about boundaries and it's about respect. They've created a false narrative. I've never talked about privacy.
Mm-hmm.
It's you, and you refuse to listen to them. You refuse to listen to them. So they had to make those specific things public because you continue with the same stupid narrative that is false. That's why they had to do that. And you're proving them again. How would I know that Harry and Meghan literally said they never talk about privacy? Because due to that interview, they told us it's not about privacy. Okay? They want to share what they want to share with you. But you guys want to intrude into their lives.
If you're at work and you have a photograph of your child on your desk and your coworker says, "Oh my gosh, your kid's so cute. That's fantastic. Can I see your phone so I can see all the pictures of your child?" You go, "No, this is the picture I'm comfortable sharing with you." And then if they double down and say, "No, but you already showed me that one, so you have to show me everything." You know what? I'm just going to hire someone to sit in front of your house or hide in the bushes and take pictures into your backyard because you've lost your right to privacy because you shared one image with me.
And create a scripted version of fantasy about them when they're not about that. So this is why all of these things had to be done. We had Caroline Flax who killed herself because of your guys' stupidity, creating narrative and refuse to leave people's private life alone. They will share what they want to share with you. Harry and Meghan are making a living, and at the same time, they need to tell the people the truth. But you guys refuse to tell them the truth. Look at this. Literally, I'm repeating myself here. In the Oprah interview, Meghan literally said she never talked about privacy. And there's you saying here she's going on a tour talking privacy tour. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? Are you listening to them? You're not listening to them. You have your own narrative.
I find it hard to see who is the winner here. I mean, Prince Harry goading the press is only and forcing the press into humiliating payouts. We're going to see some sort of state regulation of the press. I genuinely hope not. I don't want the press to be in the last chance saloon at all. I want to see newspapers thrive. This is my industry, and I think it's in all our interests that we have a thrive. And we got the most wonderful newspapers in the world in this country. You read the newspapers in the States or in France, they're very dull. They're not entertaining at all. I think that we can have both a serious and an entertaining press. And that's what I want to see survive. I don't want to see Prince Harry destroy the industry I love.
And this over there, the interview that Harry did was to promote Invictus. Okay? And that question arises, and he responds the best way he knows how. Oh my Lord. Let's move it back. It's almost done.
I think the language you use is quite extreme. I don't think we've got the foot on the necks of Harry and Meghan at all. Nobody forced them to go on their worldwide privacy tour and pretty much sell everything they could on their royal family. Netflix, Oprah, the book was Air.
You guys make money off of them, so they're doing exactly what you did, but with their own story. You create stories about them, making money off of them, so they're making money off of their own story. So there's nothing wrong with that.
Or whatever it was called that Harry wrote. No one forced them to get more publicity, more exposure. And when you put yourself out in the limelight.
So it's about boundaries and it's about respect. They've created a false narrative. I've never talked about privacy.
Especially after such a controversial split and very much unsubstantial.
No, you guys made it very controversial. It became unbearable for them, so they had to leave.
Associated accusations against the royal family that they put forward and made a family suffer a lot because, as I've said, they can't defend themselves publicly at these accusations Harry leveled.
Why not? You guys, they hide behind you guys. The royal family hide behind you guys.
Much of the negativity towards the couple is coming from within the royal family. The royal family and staff of the royal family are the ones that are very often leaking these stories to the press.
To say the narrative that the institution wants to say. Harry grew up, you guys forgot. It's not like Meghan who's saying what she saw the few moments she was over there. It's Harry. He was born in there. He knows the ins and outs of the institution. So he told his side of the stories from the time he was born over there.
So again, one of the reasons why I wrote this book is every word in that book is mine. And I realized that especially...
What do you mean by that?
Because the amount of unnamed sources that have fed information to the British tabloids about me and my wife and my family...
You have a source,
true
and it's you.
and not true. I am the source of that book.
Okay? So it's not a made-up thing. And many of you literally come out and said the stories are coming from the royal family.
It's been 17 months since you saw his dad. Last saw him at the coronation where he was sullen.
Maybe that's not...
I'm sorry, no, you don't wait until your dad has cancer.
No, we don't know whether they've been speaking over the telephone.
We do know, Jerry.
Well, no, we know because some reporter has mentioned it.
We do know that they did speak on his birthday, and Wills's people immediately leaked that phone call to the press.
So what the hell are you talking about, woman?
at them, then they are responsible and accountable for some of the response to that, some of the backlash to being so public, going around the world, you know.
You're the one who's creating those narratives and they're responding to it. There's no backlash. You're creating the backlash of nonsense you started from the beginning. You guys, the media, started the nonsense and Harry had to respond. And now you're upset that Harry is responding back. Jesus Christ, this woman, whew.
Shouting out about what they're unhappy about. Of course they're going to get a response. They're very privileged, very rich couple who've enjoyed living off the family name. And now it's coming to an end. They're distancing themselves. I think Harry also wants back in because it gives him more currency for future books.
Can you see a day when you would return as a full-time member of the royal family? No.
And Netflix episodes.
Then Harry said, no, he's not coming back. This woman, something is missing. Something is missing. These people are crazy. Full-blown delusional.
I totally disagree with you.
Good.
I totally disagree with you. And the reason is because you will never be as royal as Harry.
I don't want to be. I think it's a really tough
No. You make it sound like you are related to him. You know everything he's going through. You know every in and out of the royal family.
Thank you. Like I just said, he was born in there. He knows the in and out. Exactly. He told his side of the story. He knows how you guys operate.
You absolutely don't. You are going off what people. You make it seem like Harry is.
Belinda, I don't. Belinda
like
and I have
Harry
already
is
said we don't.
Talking.
Janet,
the royal family.
It's a conversation.
Janet,
thank you for your call.
Good.
So it's about boundaries and it's about respect. They've created a false narrative. I've never talked about privacy.
They're desperately trying to control the narrative because they know that if they lose it, then the truth will come out.
Okay, she saw exactly what I was saying. Okay, so let's see here. They want to know what Harry and his dad said so bad. Harry let them know he has his own family. Bingo. Okay, what is that here? The snake pit, you have no friends. Okay, what is that? Is there anyone out there who's been remotely interested in Kate and William's trip to India? When was that? Their week-long jaunt has been about as exciting as an episode of Country File. The highlight was a day a bunch of a girl of Bhutan archery show. Okay, what? Okay, I don't care about this. Okay, I want more about the conversation. Okay, I'm already 20-something minutes here. It's amazing. At the start of the week, this same show was bemoaning that the Sussexes didn't mention the royals on their new website. Before that, it was he didn't mention his pa, cancer, at his NFL speech. In an interview, he replied to a question about his pa and hell break loose. I'm telling you, I believe willy-nilly is the liquor. He also has a wife who is MIA. Okay, he has no friend. You are arrogant and ridiculous. Okay, have blessed name checking the British media again. You know, the ones you claim lie all the time, hypocrite much. Okay, so it's like this interview here, whatever the discussion they were having here, is in response to that, because that came out of that woman's mouth accidentally because she was so into the conversation. All right, so let's go to the next one. That was brand new. Someone sent it to me. All right, so now we're going to some old stuff here. Okay, the British media has lost all credibility. I repeat, all credibility. Okay, this is a screenshot from New York Magazine. Prince Harry has reportedly angered the royals by saying nice thing about King Charles in a Good Morning America interview. Oh my God, I'm so glad I shared that other video before this one, because I just saw the video. Okay, someone sent it to me, but this I had it like since yesterday. Okay, in Good Morning America interview, although he offered no detail on the King's cancer diagnosis in his interview today, people are still mad. NewYorkMagazine.com, there's that here. Okay, I'm assuming angry royals refer to incandescent with rage, Prince Willie Leaks, and or Queen Corella, that they are here. I don't even need to go to the image. Imagine a New York publication having to call out the insanity. I mean, we know they are unhinged, but I didn't realize the rest of the world was tracking their insanity. I credit Sussex Ward with persistently posting the receipt of British media vitriolic reporting. Don't stop. Is that really the headline? There's the laugh. Thank goodness the world is seeing how insane the British media truly is. Okay, so this is extra. Let's move on. These are the royal rats. Okay, full story. There's the link here. I'm not even gonna go into it. Okay, the UK media, let's bookmark it just in case. The UK media has made themselves into a laughing stock in front of the entire world. Their bitterness and hate toward other people's happiness, love, and success has scarred them for life. Their gossip and lies will be the end of them. I'ma just sit here with my popcorn and watch it burn. But weren't they angry just the other day because he didn't mention tampon when he was presenting the award to, what's his name, something Hayward, and when both Meghan and Harry barely mentioned them and their revamped website, what tools? There's the laugh here. Okay, definitely after this. Seems like only yesterday they were mad they didn't mention the royal family on their website. Ha! The good old days when good time was had by all. Lost all credibility when some of them hacked cell phones, including murder victims, a child, which made her desperate family still think she was alive. One newspaper closed down, while others closed ranks. Prince Harry is able to afford to take some of them to court. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Again, about media. My goodness, these people are crazy. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna read all of that. British media. He doesn't acknowledge or mention his father's illness publicly. Prince Harry. Look, I love my family. The fact that I was able to get on a plane and go and see him and spend any time with him, I'm grateful for that. British media. How dare he acknowledge his father's illness publicly? I'm telling you, these people are crazy. You could pause. We saw some of the thing here, okay? And it's probably, I didn't edit it yet, I just recorded it. It's probably gonna be on our part of Pure Service because it was the interview for the Invictus. It just happened, the conversation is within that. Okay, so there's the script of it. Next, let's read some of the comment. Prince Harry didn't even say much. He didn't even really talk about his father. Let's keep it real. No matter what he or Meghan Markle say or do, they will always get attacked. Okay, so there's hashtag here. Yet they were pissed Harry didn't bring down the NFL crowd with his sad news. Exactly. I thought his interview was really good and is as it should have been. Okay, and the thing that I said, William Reeve, for interviewing Harry, from experience, I spoke about his father when I was doing the review about the interview. I spoke about his background a little bit because I was aware of, and I almost made a mistake, and I thought he had moved to the UK once his mother died. But instead, there was an arrangement between his mother and friend, and she wanted him to be with friends, and they did a good job. Kudos to the friends. Okay, so mom knows best. And you know, if Princess Diana knew, that would have been for William and Harry as well. But the institution wants to control everything. But thank God Harry find his ways. But look at William on the other hand. Alright, after this, that's it. Let me read bottom up. I think the British media smoke something weird. There's a laugh here. This behavior is not normal. Are those people really grown ups? Thanks. Okay, with every TikTok of the British media clerk, they will call out anything Prince Harry will do or not do, say or not say, think or not think. Incredible but true. Just watch and learn. British media. Kind of contradictory. Next tweet. Oh my lord, these people are crazy. Next one. There's this. Okay, so this is New York Magazine. I think I bookmarked this because of different magazine that was talking about Harry's thing, the Invictus game. Prince Harry has reportedly angered the royals by saying nice things. Oh, that's the New York Magazine thing here. Prince Harry has reportedly angered the royals by saying nice things about King Charles in a Good Morning America interview. Although he offered no details on the King's cancer diagnosis in his interview today, people are still mad. And they were the one who came out and said he had cancer. Some people were saying, why even bring the diagnosis? It's in some of the old videos that I recorded. Okay, sound about right. Yesterday they were mad that he never mentioned his father, and today they are mad that he said something. Harry, do whatever the F you want. You and Meghan can never please those ugly people. Live your life, live your best life, and let them stay pressed as ever. Okay, not bad, except for that one passage. Harry wrote his book and said what needed to be said. Charles had someone else write his book, replete with grievances against his parents. The Royals are avid leakers and brief against Harry and Meghan on a daily basis. Next, okay, Prince William is always incandescent with rage. That family did away with Diana, obviously. They hate any spotlight being taken away from them. The thing I don't understand with that, they're doing stupid things, but they still want the spotlight. But when people point out their stupidity, they call foul. I don't know. Prince Harry is the brightest star in that family, with his philanthropy, charismatic appeal, and beautiful wife and happy family. Those royalists are emotional toddlers. I think that's the best way of putting it. Emotional toddlers. Next tweet. I'm telling you, the squad have some very creative words. Next one. Okay, I just hear Prince Harry say his life and family are in California. But also, what happened to Prince William? Is he no longer the heir to the British throne? And where is his wife, Kate Middleton? I love reading comments tweet. Okay, from the Time and Sunday. Exclusive, the Duke of Sussex is willing to return. What? Willing to return? Is willing to return to a temporary royal role and support of his father during his illness, sources have revealed. No wonder why he said, where's William? All of a sudden, William, if Harry dared to go back and say he's gonna do those things for Charles, you'll see, all of a sudden, William wants to do. Okay, there's this here. Wishful thinking, more like, it's like no matter how many times or how many ways he tells them, they just don't want to hear it. Alright, so let's listen to this. Oops. That's the Anderson Cooper thing.
Can you see a day when you would return as a full-time member of the royal family?
Nope.
Can you see...
He didn't even take a second to respond. Okay. Oh, there's my comment here. That's BS. Kate Menzies is weird. Okay, give the peasant hopes and dreams for tomorrow, and tomorrow will never come. Mr. Ship will know about this. Wednesday never comes. Okay, weird. Alright, let's go to the next one. These people are sick. They are sick, sick, sick. All of them need therapy. Not from therapists in the UK. Therapy outside the UK. That needs to... Even the therapists of the therapists in the UK need to be... need to see a therapist. They all have gone mad. Thank God some people are talking sense to those medias. Okay? So there's that thing again. Is Great Britain okay? When Prince Harry says nothing about that family, they get mad. When he says something, they get mad. When he says nice thing, they still get mad. It's almost as if their anger is disingenuous and displaced at the fact that he's free from them. They act like jilted lovers. Alright, so that's the same headline here. Now the world gets to see how irrational the UK press is, and they understand better what made Harry and Meghan run. Keep it up, UK tabloid and royal rights. You are doing a great job of making the UK look backward, stupid, and vindictive. Not only that, it's shedding light. It's proving Harry right again. Okay, poor Brittany. She was very busy today posting her numerous expert comments. She must be a very frustrated person. Okay, what is that now? Let me see here. Royal News Network. This answer is a disaster. When asked about the health crisis with his family in the UK, Harry answered, quote, I have my own family. So his father... But there was something in between. You guys need to go see that video. So his father having cancer doesn't matter. This screams that Harry simply doesn't care. And what fuck? And it's all about him and Meghan and their children. Oh God. Oh, the basement lady. Oh, that's her? What the hell? Yes, the poor Brittany, who called herself royal expert and reporter. There's a laugh. I think she has a lot of financial needs, and she is closed by her family in the basement to work. Alright, what? You know what? Let me move on. You see this. These people are crazy. It's like, in order for them to survive, they have to say BS thing. Next tweet. Oh, is that it again? There it is. Oh, this one is slightly longer. I had it, so the other woman sent it to me. I didn't know. I didn't listen to it, so I would not know. Okay, Janet really stuck et moi and Belinda craw when she told her, you're not royal. You're not a member of the royal family, Belinda. Bahaha. Belinda turned muse under the Victorian Boato Madam makeup she shoveled on her daytime talk TV. Oh my God. Let me stop laughing. Victorian Boato Madam makeup she shoveled on for her daytime talk TV. Okay. This one is slightly long. Oh, I think this is... Let me bring it back slightly here. Let me see.
Family, Netflix, Oprah, the book was Air or whatever it was called that Harry wrote. No one forced them to get more publicity, more exposure. And when you put yourself out in the limelight, especially after such a controversial split and very much unsubstantiated accusations against the royal family that they put forward and made a family suffer a lot because, as I've said, they can't defend themselves publicly.
As if Harry hasn't suffered a lot himself. The nonsense that they put him through. Okay, and I think Harry feel really bad for making Meghan move to the UK thinking of one thing. They're gonna work together, they're gonna do charitable work, and then they had to go back because the nonsense that was going on. All right, let's finish listening. I didn't play it all the way because we just listened to it.
Clear these accusations Harry levelled at them, then they are responsible and accountable for some of the response to that, some of the backlash to being so public, going around the world, you know, shouting out about what they're unhappy about. Of course they're going to get a response. They're very privileged, very rich.
Well, and then I guess this thing's gonna be in a circle. Well, it depends on when Harry and Meghan decided to respond, or just let you guys scream into the void and move on. But the majority part of the things that made them move, they responded. Okay, it comes in the spare, it comes in what is it? What's the other one? DocuSerious and all of that. But you guys still yapping your mouth non-stop.
Couple who've enjoyed living off the family name, and now it's coming to an end. They're distancing themselves. I think Harry also wants back in because it gives him more currency for future books and Netflix episodes.
I totally disagree with you. I totally disagree with you. And the reason is because you will never be as royal as Harry.
I don't want to be. I think it's a really tough life.
No. You make it sound like you are related to him. You know everything he's going through. You know every in and out of the royal family. You absolutely don't. You are going off what people. You make it seem like Harry is.
Belinda, I don't think Belinda and I have already said we don't. Janet,
trying to stop her because she's making sense. They don't want to hear sense. They want to hear nonsense.
It's a conversation. Janet, thank you for your call.
Yeah, it's a conversation, but you guys are spewing BS, okay? Someone needs to do one of these interviews and ask about you know who. LOL. Isn't it convenient they never mention her? Okay, Victorian Boato Madam. I know, that got me. Yeah, it was the fact Belinda actually believed the crap coming out of her mouth. They all have the same talking line. Like I said when I first come across the video, is that lady who said the things is coming out of William's people. So they're trying to rewrite that, but it's already in the out there. Let's continue. Next tweet. Okay, I don't really want to hear jack shit about Harry and Meghan disrespecting or breaking promises to Queen Elizabeth when her direct heirs updates the website while her body was still cold. There's another point as well. That will have always been the norm when the hereditary monarchy dies. Just follow tradition. The heir is always the Prince of Wales. I don't think it was unusual, just she lived so long. Okay, yes, the ceremonial change of the website, get a grip. Truly, the Queen requested Camilla to known as Queen Consort. The Queen also gifted Harry with Frogmore Cottage and wanted his security continues. Her son disrespected her at every turn. Thank you. This is something to go by, but I need to move on. It's already 8:49. I've been recording since whatever. And wives raided her jewelry. Hi dear. Okay. Oh, the royal family website was updated before Queen Elizabeth II actually took to her bed for the last time. Oh, really? And several copies were run by King Camilla. It's not a mistake. She's literally writing it. King Camilla for final approval before Queen Elizabeth II closed her eyes. I'm sorry I'm laughing about this. This is why I sometimes don't think the Queen really died naturally. They probably put some pillow and said, okay, we need to be king and queen now. Oh my God. Alright, let me read this again without laughing, but this is funny. Oh, the royal family website was updated before Queen Elizabeth II actually took to her bed for the last time. And several copies were run by King Camilla for final approval before Queen Elizabeth II closed her eyes a final time. Okay, I didn't laugh. Now there's that, and there's all of this. I'm not gonna go into that. Will and Kate immediately updated her socials to the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge and Cornwall, and then changed it to the Prince and Princess of Wales during Charles' broadcast was definitely a choice. Okay, tag the royal family, and King Charles disrespected his mother by not calling Camilla Queen Consort. His word is useless. Syndrome agreement, Fragmore Cottage. Charles took the money, then evicted Prince Harry and grandchildren. All parties honor all parts, or it's void. It's void. Alright, okay, so now I'm curious. Let's see here. On the goodwill shown to me by people of all nationalities, faith, and ages in this country and around the world over these years, I would like to express my thanks to you all for your support. I remain eternally grateful for and humbly by the loyalty and affection that you continue to give me, and when in the fullness of time my son Charles become king, I know you will give him his wife Camilla the same support that you have given me, and it is my sincere wish that when that time comes, Camilla will be known as Queen Consort as she continues her own service. I thought that was something else. You could finish this. So in other words, she's saying this is void, whatever is happening here. Alright, let's move on. Alright, there's more. You could pause your screen and read this. I need to move on. I need to have some videos for you guys. I'm running out. My husband, he's just doing a lot of things with the computer, so things are moving around and I have to see where he put them. Alright, next tweet. They were debating whether Harry should come back and should William forgive him, and he was considering becoming an American citizen. That was part of the interview with GMA. Royal reporting is so stupid. Harry has moved on. The media's heavy interest in Harry says more about how mediocre and boring William and the other royals are. They don't mention that though. The guy was pretty clear. I don't get these people. Alright, 20 seconds. And they don't talk about, I don't know, did they? In the UK, where Harry said he was considering becoming an American citizen. Alright, so did they mention that?
Can you see a day when you would return as a full-time member of the royal family?
Prince Harry has an explosive new memoir coming out. What's inside? His revealing interview with Anderson Cooper. All new 60 Minutes Sunday on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
So that's that. Okay, mind you, not once has Harry asked for anyone's forgiveness. Okay, he is dismantling the very perception of monarchy. Not only that, he also dropped the Mountbatten Windsor surname, which is the most powerful surname in the world. This is Siamic. This is an earthquake to the institution because he is the people's prince. Okay, I'll go into that. All right, what was it? Did they do that with the kids? Okay, that's something I need to look into. He can be dual citizen like his son. Yeah. Imagine the hassle they have saved themselves if they simply agreed to be part-time arrangement they originally requested. And the thing is that, and this is why sometimes I said thank God they didn't, because all the freedom that Harry and Meghan have now to make any deals, anything that they want, okay, the sky is the limit. If it was half in and half out, in my humble opinion, I believe the institution will want to hear in advance, knowing from their past experience what they did to Meghan with Suits. Okay, Meghan did not marry Harry yet. She was still working on Suits. Meanwhile, they're going talking to the producers and all of that to change script. How dare them? How dare them? Okay, they wanted to control everything. You know that was going to be full-blown sabotage. They were going to sabotage it, and then Harry and Meghan will have no choice but to return. So they made the right choice for Harry and Meghan. Okay, so let's move on. Oh, did I go into that? He is dismantling. Oh yeah, let's go into that. see what other people are saying about dropping the Mountbatten. Okay, neither he or Willie ever dropped the Mountbatten Windsor surname because it was never theirs to begin with. Willie only used it when he sued the French tabloid. Harry never has. Both men went by Wells in the military. But Archie, okay, Archie Mountbatten Windsor. Okay, you're not understanding. Sir Prince Harry has dropped the Mountbatten surname from his children, from his wife, and from himself. So it's just like you omit. Imagine your son decided to no longer carry your surname. Title and names are completely different. Okay, so let's see here. I don't know anything about this, so that's why I'm curious. Yes, they do. When you marry, you take on your husband's name. We call her Meghan Markle because that's her public stage name, but she was Rachel Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, Mountbatten Windsor. Okay, so what's the difference? Okay, Windsor, he still dropped it. He was known as Harry Wells when his father was the Prince of Wales. His father is no longer the Prince of Wales, so he can't use that last name. Okay, I don't know anything about that, but I'm just curious. He then dropped the Mountbatten Windsor surname. It's still his name. He just goes by his title and the Queen gave him. Okay, no, he has dropped the Mountbatten Windsor name. He dropped it and he changed his surname to Sussex. That's just the website. But we don't know in any legal papers, birth certificate, I don't know if he has birth certificate or anything like that. So we don't know. So let's put a question mark here. Let me see here. They all at the higher end of succession have the ones with duchy, that is, even the Yorks go by York as last name. The York sisters, they are publicly known with the York surname, but they are still Mountbatten Windsor. Harry and Meghan has emancipated themselves from Mountbatten Windsor. This is Siamic. Imagine your child remove your surname. That's what is done. Okay. Let's put allegedly. I don't know. Okay. So I'm moving on with that. I don't think they did. It's just their website. They put the Sussex something. Okay. So I don't know. There's Archie. When you search for Archie, it says Archie Mountbatten Windsor. Let me pause for a second. Alright. So I look here. I search. Did Prince Harry remove the Mountbatten Windsor from his name? Okay. So this is what I find. And I think this is sort of correct because the Queen died, everybody moved, whatever. Okay, the surname switch from Mountbatten Windsor to Sussex stemmed back to the coronation of King Charles, as their grandfather took the throne and Archie and Lilibet moved up in the line of succession. The children were offered the new title of Prince and Princess of Sussex. It's because Charles is the monarch, and the grandkids of the monarch become prince and princesses. This is what I was aware of, but in terms of removing, I think it's just because of the surname. Grandfather become the throne, become the monarch. Okay, what is Prince Harry's surname now? While Harry technically doesn't have a last name, his son Archie used to use Mountbatten Windsor prior to officially become a prince in March 2023. Okay, so that's when the father become the king. Okay, so that's what it is here. All right, so let's go to the next tweet. So this is partially correct, but the way she's explaining it, I think it's wrong. All right, but I don't know much about it, so I'm leaving it alone. I read through the thing. I think it's because the grandfather become the monarch. Next tweet. So there's that here. Just last year, the royal family squashed a cash for honor scandal for the now King Charles. Where did Andrew get 12 million to settle? Instead, the press would like to focus on Meghan Markle, very wealthy in her own right, wearing an expensive jacket. When was this? February 16, yesterday. Okay, any news on Kate? Nope. And not incredibly expensive jacket either. Okay, I don't know anything about that, how much it costs. Okay, so that's that. Let me move that. Whew, the people. All right, so now, okay, I'm almost an hour, but I keep on pushing back. But these are some tweets that the squad were making fun of. But I probably will remove it from this recording, put it with another video by itself. Okay, so that has to do with Invictus. So this might be on our part of Pure Service.
Vanaka. It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.